What do you mean?
He heard me or you heard the bell? Because I was right there, I heard it very well.
Sa larong boxing, ang belang ginagamit na hudyat kung magsisimula o tapos na ang round. Ang mga suntok na ibinato matapos itong tumunog ay maikukonsidera na ito na illegal. Depende kung paano ito nakita ng referee at kung ano ang naging resulta matapos ibato ang illegal na suntok. Kung wala namang damage, ay posibleng warning lang o kaya bawasan ng puntos kung halatang sinadya ito ng boksingero. At kung matindi na ang nangyari, ay malamang sa malamang ay mauwi ito sa disqualification. Isa sa mga nabiktima nito ay ang ating kababayan na si Bernabe Concepcion na tubong Virac Catanduanes. Sa unang sabak ni Concepcion sa isang world title fight ay nakalaban niya ang WBO World Featherweight Champion na si Steve Luevano. Ang ating kababayan ay may kartada noon na 28 wins, 16 dito ay nanalo via knockouts, may 2 talo at may 1 draw, habang ang American Champion naman ay may kartada noon na 36 wins, 15 dito ay nanalo via knockouts, may 1 talo at 1 draw. Panoorin po natin ang kanilang naging bakbakan.
With Freddie Roach in the styles, because as we mentioned, those are 2 of the best trainers in the game.
You know, you
They don't. Most guys are lucky to get maybe 3 fights per the year.
There's the hook from Concepcion now, and you use that against southpaws. Concepcion has used it so far here in round 1.
Work right into Luevano's style of attack. Concepcion could cause a lot of problems.
As much as he can. And Concepcion. And Bernabe wants to be a clever competitor in this match, and he's been that already.
Bernabe,
Another away from him. Well, punches landed were few far between in round 1. 5 for Concepcion and focus.
There's a lot of Filipino fans that came out for this fight.
yeah, a lot of Filipino fans on cultures like this come together. But this is a taller. He's got 3 kids. You wouldn't see it, but you wouldn't think it. But he's a family man with 3 kids.
And we're happy that you're with us watching The Bachelor in the Philippines. Good-looking young guy who's going to be maybe a boxing chick that honestly we may not see a huge punch output in because of the way Luevano fends what in this fight.
Luevano still getting a sneaky left, not necessarily with a lot of power, but he lets him know he's a...
Concepcion has not been attacking with abandon.
Get caught with any punches coming in.
And that was a nice...
For both men, really.
in and out. Dig into Luevano's.
Luevano 36-1-1 with 15, occasionally having bursts of power, and Luevano trying to...
Which was expected.
Yeah, not...
It's interesting because Concepcion, when he does commit to going in there and throwing a hard body shot, like he
Steven at this point.
You're right.
Side game. Trying to, catch him from the outside. He's using a long
Pack of trains in.
Brian, having had the working with both trainers, how would you compare their styles?
There's a lot of similarities to them.
As a spectator, they're both a common presence in the corner.
One for Luevano.
This is the least I've seen Jay had to go in there and work. You're right. Favor.
Have we fight a pressure fight? Hasn't really come close to doing that. He may have. How does he change that, Brian?
He's
been in that situation.
He's looking for 1 or 2 big shots. He's sort of bowling in. Anytime we get into his corner, you'll hear Roach and
Mark Garcia talked to us about the fact that for their man, Luevano,
all the craftsmanship, and the answer's beautiful.
hand by Luevano, and he's not just
to get into position.
Beautiful left hand by Vince. So I'm sure he's seen his fair share.
Has kept his distance and over the initial part of this round and what's going on. And look at the difference in jabs. That's remarkable.
Got out there to gain that reach so we can follow it up with that. Look at the distance between the two, and he has to be able to do
He has to see that, Al, because he's Concepcion, but he might not have a choice but to...
Team, in this case, Concepcion is the fast break and gotten the ball down the court at all.
Na out of balance ang Amerikano nang tumama ang body shots mula sa ating kababayan.
Was he hurt by a punch? I don't think so.
Being hurt and off balance.
He suffered a little hiccup a shot.
You know, I give it to Loes savvy enough to kind of weather that early on.
Effectively when he got in there.
This is the type of fight Steve wants, fighting him from the outside.
And there has been no temptation. Leon hasn't turned it into that. Said, we've got to make our fight the right way.
Yeah, he is going to be ugly. We're going to fight.
Be important enough for him to have to throw.
That he's had.
Part of it is technician, and he showed right there his combination punching. Starting to make a little bit happen. Concepcion, the 21-year-old, 1 loss and 1 draw. There's started to do a little better work. He works in a no-collared play, but in boxing, you got to raise it above that.
He was. That's how he had that big.
That's how he says he's not been doing that.
Levino has really found his footing for the lightweight title against Ali Fanique Murphy Concepcion. And then Concepcion trying to come in to make something happen, but he can't.
Big left hand. Oh, it's a big right.
Nang tumunog na ang bell, hudyat na tapos na ang round 7. Bumato pa ang Pinoy na tila ba hindi ito narinig. Sa pagkakataong ito ay nakapagpatama pa siya ng solid right sa panga na nagpabulagta naman sa Amerikano.
That was way after the bell. We may be...
Kapansin-pansin naman ang layo ng referee sa dalawang fighter na kung saan ay dapat siya'y nakaantabay na matapos marinig ang warning na matatapos na ang round. Laking gulat nga ng referee sa ginawa ng Pinoy na halos sa leeg ito hawakan para awatin. Agad naman itong idineklarang tapos na ang laban at panalo si Steve Luevano. Maging si Freddie na nakipagtalo pa sa referee ay wala ring nagawa.
Very well. There's no way I
How do you know he heard you?
Because I'm running this close to him. You think you are. I'm sorry. He heard it. That was wrong.
Come on.
It was simply wrong. Don't argue. Don't argue with me. Don't argue with me.
Therefore, a disqualification. Champion unable to continue is winner and still champion by disqualification. Still champion Stephen Luevano.
Nabigyang muli ang ating kababayan na lumaban para sa isang world title fight. Kontra naman sa undefeated Puerto Rican champion na si Juan Manuel Lopez. At nabigo po ang ating kababayan dito via TKO sa round 2. Huling laban ni Concepcion ay noong 2016 kontra sa isa pa nating kababayan na si Jimmy Paipa. Dito ay natalo si Concepcion via split decision at tuluyan nang nagretiro sa boxing. Hanggang dito na lang po muna tayo mga idol. Maraming salamat po.